It is quick.
He gave me the times and I was like, is that right? Like,
It is quick.
2 weeks basically.
Man, you're asking for a lot. That guy's a problem, for sure.
This is exaggeratedly fast. I mean, it is a little bit.
My subscribers are about at the gate with pitchforks and torches. You know?
You don't have a crane yet?
Yeah.
10 days is extremely aggressive to get all of the different processes done.
Uh-oh, we have a big problem.
It'll be quite the ask.
Is that the guy there? Oh.
This is gonna be sweet.
We are headed to Diesel Creek. Matt, yeah, Stetler's place. We're gonna see how fast we can give him a crane. So we wanna try to get this puppy installed in 2 weeks, I think, is the goal. I think our team's ready for the task for sure. Oh, door's on the other side.
Right, yeah.
Brandon,
Nice to
see
meet
ya.
you. Let's get out of the cold and go inside.
Yeah, thank you, yeah.
So, every big shop I've ever worked in had overhead cranes in it. So I was running 300-ton remote control cranes.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So you know what you're missing in here.
Yeah.
You feel strong like, yeah.
Yep. Every time I go to lift something, I'm like, there should be something hanging from the ceiling
Or
here.
by sky.
Yeah.
Initially, Matt wanted to actually reuse a crane system that he had bought at an auction. We thought we could use that, but just after further digging into the system he had, it seemed like it was a little too far gone. Our goal here is to get it into production as soon as we get out of here, and you'll see it being produced next week when you come up.
It's gonna be sweet.
And then installing Monday the 20th. Hopefully we're done that Wednesday, so
You guys gave
it
me
is
the-
quick.
He gave me the times and I was like, is that right? Like
It is quick.
2 weeks basically?
This is exaggeratedly fast. I mean, it is a little bit, but really honestly, if we wanted to do this, we could do it. If
You had a customer that needed it.
yeah,
You could do
we
it.
can actually do it, yeah.
I would say this will be a fairly large task. Most lead times aren't anywhere near what we're requesting here. And so they'll have never really done a project of this magnitude, this complexity, in that amount of time. 10 days is extremely aggressive to get all of the different processes done. It requires perfect execution from each manager, or each phase of the project has to be perfectly handed off with great communication. So it'll be quite the ask.
So far it's fitting?
So far, yeah.
I'm squeezing every inch out of this thing that I can, because obviously small shop, I want to be,
Yes.
every inch of height I could get would be
So you want to
better. One thing that might be throwing you there a little bit too is we have some swelling going on for the floor drains, so I don't know how you take that into account.
A lot of the concrete was not even, was not level. He was using a laser and kind of measuring around at the different column locations and found that there was more of a variance than we typically allow.
If we do shim, I would go at the runway. 'Cause that's a 8 by 12 plate. You go 3 of them here. That'd be 3/8, 9/16. So this would be a 3/16 right there. There'd be with an 1/8. Or do you go 10 gauge? No, a 10 gauge. It'd be a heavy 1/8.
Yep.
We decided, instead of our standard process of bringing concrete tools to the site, because of the time constraint, that we would just ship along shim plates and use that for the install crew as they're going along and mounting all those columns to the runways. They would make that adjustment on the fly, which saved us a lot of time.
I think you have your numbers here. I think I would do that. Make all the columns the same, have some shims. Is that cool with you, man? You shouldn't even really perceive it, but
No.
it's but at the bottom you'd probably notice it, but you'll never see it up there. So
I don't know if you'll be able to wrap your mind around how big of an upgrade this will be from whatever I was going to cannibalize together.
We'll need to know the distance between the track and the sidewall to make sure the end truck fits up in there. Or I guess that's probably an end stop area.
But to have you guys step in and be able to knock this out for me is going to be a huge weight off my shoulders.
yeah.
My subscribers are about at the gate with pitchforks and torches. You know?
You don't have a crane yet?
Yeah, because every video I'm like lifting something with a forklift doing something sketchy, and I'm like, man, I wish I had a crane.
I think they know what this will do for his facility or what this will do for his lifting operation. So I think they want him to have that experience and be able to benefit from one.
Matt, it's been a pleasure, man. Thank you.
Pleasure to meet you guys.
We'll see you.
See you next week.
So this morning around 9:30, Spencer Yoder, the engineer who went on site today, he went to go verify the measurements that we had in the drawings that I sent him. And then around an hour or two later, I had drawings ready to review. One of our director of engineering, Leighton Yoder, he reviewed them for me. He's the coordinator of the project. Made a couple revisions on the drawing set, so made those. As of now, I'm sending all the drawings to production and getting them all ready to go.
We're just going to verify the hoist that our model is exactly, since we're cutting the clearances so close on this one here, I just want to make sure that our model is exactly as the actual hoist. The top of the hoist is this electrical box. I'm almost thinking that they can rotate the motor and we could gain another couple inches there if they can. Where's the, hey Kyle, where is the Diesel Creek hoist? Our model shows 21 and 13/16 from inside of the wheel to the top of this box. We just wanted to verify that our model is correct.
Sure.
And then if we can turn this here to gain some more, I think that our highest thing would be the resistors.
Yep.
Is there a possibility of moving those down into the?
Man, you're asking for a lot.
I know.
I mean, yeah, there is a possibility of moving that, yeah.
Drawings are on your desk.
Hey, good job.
You don't have columns. They have to change them by 2 inches. But you have the crane and the runway.
Okay.
The columns will be coming within the hour.
What column were they? Remember?
It's a 2 column. Top plate, base plate. That's
4, 6. 6 column, 2 runways. 4 runways.
8 columns, 6 runways. Sorry. 8 columns, 6 runways.
Color station.
No, this is the top runner. It'll get railroad iron put on top.
Railroad iron on top. 30 pounds.
But you got the crane and the runways in there.
We're gonna roll, boys.
So all our end trucks come in at a certain length of 10 feet or 10 and a half feet. So depending on the order, we have to get them cut down. So this is what Laverne's doing right now. He's cutting them down to 9 feet for the Diesel Creek crane. So yeah, I'm just waiting for him to finish up, and then I'll bring them over and start fabricating on them.
If we miss the 10-day deadline, I think our team will have to take a closer look at what it is we need to improve about our processes. If we say that we're the nation's best turnkey provider and manufacturer of overhead crane systems, I would like to be able to say that we could do a project this fast. And so if we were to miss it, we would just take a close look at what process needs help or improvement. We don't shy away from those hard conversations. On small shops like this, we would traditionally use a single I-beam and an underrunning hoist. And on this one, we did a double girder design so that we made sure the hoist is at the very top of the system and could get every inch out of his workspace. He made that very clear that hook height was the most important to him, and so we went that direction. Surprisingly, our team was really up for the challenge. I thought it would be met with a bunch of concern because we don't want to make this look like every project can be done on this time frame, but honestly, all the department heads really bought in, and we're really excited to see how hard we could push ourselves and if we could achieve an aggressive goal like that.
Logistical Creek channel, YouTube channel. Kind of the front half of this is going to be they're welding cranes all day, every day. Manual workstation cranes, jibs, big boxes.
I was telling you guys, I've run those 300-ton cranes, and one of the jobs that they would have to do, they'd bring a core of a giant transformer out on like a rail car, and then you'd have to stand it upright. Standing those things upright was terrifying. I mean, they're probably 30 foot long on the ground, and then it's on a cart that's probably at least a little bit longer than that, and it's got like a 2 or 3 foot wide base it has to teeter up onto. And of course, the way it teetered too, it wasn't even quite square. You had to like put like crib blocks down on the floor to get it to land square.
Yeah.
I've watched dust fly out of the rafters more than a few times when they slam down too hard.
Most of these cranes are coming out of paint and being snuck back here to be final assembled.
So yeah, so this is the whole assembly area. That's pretty cool. Is that the guy there?
That's great.
Oh, that's a nice shade of orange. I like that. This is gonna be sweet.
Matt was really excited when he saw his crane. I don't think he could really believe that we had it fully painted, decals on it, all the hoist and component equipment was already there. We were able to give him the very remote he's going to use. Yeah, his jaw dropped and he was crawling all over the thing, so it was exciting to see that.
This is your secondary limit. So you'd have to shorten this up to.
Yeah, take it up as high as it'll go. I need every inch I can get.
What's the date? What's the deadline?
We need to be done and out of there by about noon Wednesday.
Noon Wednesday.
That'd be the cutoff date.
I know Skyler, the broker guy, called me today. He was trying to push it off on getting loaded Monday for a Tuesday delivery. And I was like, I don't think this situation they're going to want to do that. Because he's saying it's going to be kind of expensive if we're going to load it Friday and the driver's going to have to sit there and wait till Monday. And I told him that we'd probably rather do that anyways on this job.
Oh, instead of load it Monday morning before you go down?
Because he wanted to load a truck Monday and have it delivered Tuesday morning. But then the question is, what if something happens on the road? And now Tuesday morning comes and we don't have a truck.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. This is Levi.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
What was it?
Jason?
Jason? Nice to meet you, Jason. Let me set this thing down before I cut somebody's hair.
Oh, ruined the shot.
That is gonna be nice. Sweet, let's get it unloaded.
Plenty of space. Today we got all 8 columns up. We anchored the 4 corners of each column. Still got 2 anchors left to go on each column with the epoxy and the threaded rod. Checking the elevations on all the columns so we know tomorrow what kind of shimming we need to do. And then tomorrow we'll be able to start up with putting runway beams up on top of the columns.
I paid $1,000 for that thing. It came with a current safety inspection when I bought it.
Really?
Okay. Yeah. Came out of an auction. I have all the runway rails for it over there too, but it's a daunting. It needs cut down. It's like 48 feet. So.
What's your plan for that?
My plan was to make it a single beam because it's beefy. Like it's rated to 7.5 tons just by the hoist. The bridge has got to be twice the size of that thing.
Yeah.
So I would say that it was probably good for I don't know, guesstimating 10 ton at least, you know. I was just going to make it a monorail and then an underslung hoist. But
Oh, there you go.
it was, the hook height was going to end up being low, and then I'm not an engineer, so I'm just speculating at what I need to do to make this thing right, you know. And then the idea of just dropping that thing on my head at some point in the future just didn't seem appealing to me, so
Yeah.
here we are.
We saw that, we're like, man, I'm glad they're not trying to have us put that thing up. I think you made the better choice.
I agree. I agree.
There's no hole.
Ah,
And they didn't put holes on. Nope. Nope, because they cut them down the length. Okay, there's our first dilemma that we have to overcome. These two holes here, there's where the rails meet the next section, there's supposed to be a plate that bolts them all together. And on our middle sections, we're missing the holes here that we're gonna have to add, and then all the hardware to splice them together is actually missing from our crates. Hey, do we have anybody available to run out here to Pittsburgh today? Okay, so 4 sets of 30-pound splice stuff we need. So obviously 8 plates, and then all the bolts, nuts, washers. Thank you very much, and hopefully like today, like fast would be ideal if that's possible. Thank you.
We're into a situation, splices we're missing. All right, for Diesel Creek and TJ, so I need you to pull some stuff for him. All right. I think there's 8 splices and then the bolts and nuts that go along, and I'm gonna work on a sprinter and we'll get it to him. All right. Sounds good. Thanks, Kenny.
Typically, they would build the entire bridge crane assembly and stick it up there in one shot. But since old Johnny isn't rated for quite all that much weight, they're going to do it one piece at a time, effectively.
Oh no. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, we have a big problem. We don't have our end truck bolts.
Okay. Only this.
That's it.
Okay, great. Thanks, sir. Have a good one.
yep, we're good. Thank you, sir. You have a safe trip.
Thank you.
It was going good till just now. I noticed something else that we're missing that's pretty dang crucial to the job, and I'm hoping that we're not actually missing it, but we are. The bolts to hold the crane together. Well, good news. The sprinter van's on time with the rail splices, so that's good. Okay. So they did do something special. Okay. Okay, so inside, one of the remotes has a key, has a special key to open the special box to find the special missing hardware. Yay! All right, cool, thank you. There's gonna be some note like,
No, walk 3 paces to the left. Yes! Oh, baby. We have what we need.
so I'm making these jigs that'll clamp onto the runway beam, and they'll hold the end truck up because it's going to sit up there by itself while we bring the beams up and bolt them on. So there'll be one on each side of the end truck to just hold it up there so it can't fall. Safety. Yeah, that would definitely do it. Knuckles? Uncle. You say Knuckles? Uncle.
It's my time to film it. Give me a second, please. Okay, sure. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Have a good one. Merry Christmas.
Right.
All right. Do we have power? Look at that. Oh boy. We got a crane.
Okay, so day 2. We got the structure built, we got the crane up, got the hoist up, got it powered on. Everything works, except we got a problem with the high speed on the hoist going up and down. So after some diagnosis and some troubleshooting, we found out that the problem is this little tiny pin. So now we gotta source out something like that in the morning so we can get this up and running. So we didn't find the pin. So we're gonna, they just don't have it around here. So we're gonna take a different route, and we're just gonna go ahead and hardwire that connection in instead of using the plug. So our communication from the radio receiver to the hoist was not getting a good connection for the high speed, and that's what we went through with all that pin and stuff. So what we ended up doing was we just ran a separate wire and just kind of fed it through the plug so that you can't see it, and it's inside there. Ran it into the box through there and just tapped it into the main control panel. So now everything should be working great. We're going to test it here as soon as we get the power turned back on.
Sweet. Game changer. Well, let you boys put the finishing touches on this thing, and I'm gonna lift something. Johnny Gradall here is pulling double duty on this job. It not only had to build this thing, it's also gonna be our test weight today. Pretty excited. It weighs like 17 and change, so it's right around 20%-ish over rated capacity, which is, I believe, what we need for a test weight. So, I'm gonna send it. That's sweet. I am very happy with that. That's impressive. When I heard it was going to be a 10-day turnaround, I was stunned. like I said, I was expecting this to take at least 2-3 months, maybe more. And a 10-day turnaround to me is like mind-boggling. There's a ton of work that goes into this, from even just the site measuring to fabrication, obviously, and then the install. That was a crazy tight time frame that I was skeptical of, honestly.
We proved to ourselves when we have the steel, when we have the components, our production machine has the information they need, we can really crank out work. Just because the industry standard is so long doesn't mean it has to be. If a customer calls and they need something right away, we deliver.
For one guy, this is a monumental task. So after years of putting it off in preparation to do it, I think it was the smart move to finally outsource this project and handle it by professionals and have something I can rely on in a timely fashion. So now we have a crane.